All right, we're live on YouTube. All right, guys. So get ready. We're going to be talking about ADN today. ADN, this thing is primed to absolutely explode. We're actually breaking out on the 5-minute charts. I'm going to show you guys the 5-minute charts right now, which are absolutely explosive. We have an incredible chart pattern right now. We have a breakout. We have a golden cross on the 4-hour charts on ADN. Okay, every time that's happened, the stock has absolutely exploded. We're trading at $5 right now, 506, excuse me. We're trading at 506. And you know what? This thing is ready to go to 25 bucks. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to show you the charts. This thing is ready to moon to $25 and beyond, maybe even 40 bucks. It might take a little while, but 15, 25, that could happen in a week. As crazy as that sounds. Well, 15 could happen. 25 is a little bit out there. This thing is ready to go. We're into the close. I think this is going to explode. Now, guess what? Guess what? The next week, Tuesday, we're launching that new banger stock. Again, our last 5 stocks have all exploded. You know, day one, they've all gone up minimum 85% minimum to double 200%. For example, you know, Aditex was up only 85%, half doubled. Lottery tripled from 78 cents to 2 and change. It tripled. Seattle went up 700% in 8 days, but I think on day 2 it doubled. It was kind of a new one, so it took, I think, 2 days to double. And of course, ADN went up 85% day one, like literally within seconds, and then it exploded 200%. So people basically tripled their money last week. And guess what? This thing is still up. It's ready to go higher, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. But if you want to get in, a lot of you guys are saying, I want to get in on the new banger. I want to get in the new banger. The new banger is coming next week. The new banger is next week. Now, how do you get in? How do you get the early notifications? How do you get the early notifications? Well, you got to get our early alerts. Okay, if you want to get in early, okay, there's 2 things. A lot of people complain, oh, I found out about the stock, you know, later, it was already up 100%. It was up 200%. How do I get in early? Well, here's very simple. You guys click the link in the bio. If you're watching on YouTube, it's the link in the bio. Or if you're watching on TikTok, it's the link in the video description above to get on our WHOP, W-H-O-P, and that'll give you access to our private Telegram channel, trading signals. And that's where also we're going to announce, we're going to tell you in advance what time and where we're launching that new stock, what time and where, which platform we're going to announce the new stock. And what you also get is you get access to the video course, 10-bagger blueprint video course. It's all there. Now, by the way, if you just want the video course, it's on the WAP. It's only 49 bucks for that. The main thing is 195. That's right, Adam Treef. Okay, so guys, I know people on TikTok, they don't believe. Everybody on TikTok thinks everything is a scam. So here is one of our members. Adam is saying, you all better join his private channel. It's been a blessing for all of us in there. By the way, this guy, I think, made like 80 grand with one of our bangers. Okay, look at this guy. This guy's a bodybuilder, right? This guy's made 80 grand with one of our bangers. Now, let's go to, hang on a second. Let's go to, oh, I gotta sneeze. Okay. Okay, guys, check this out. We're breaking out on ADN. ADN, this is a 5-minute chart, and we got a beautiful setup for a breakout. Let me just show you something, what we're looking at. Let me give you the big picture. Let me give TikTok the big picture. Okay, so we got breakout. Okay, so hang on a second. Okay, so we launched right over here. As you can see, immediately, as soon as we launched it, boom, it explodes. It basically went up 85% right there. Okay, and big spike to $6. People tripled their money. Now we're forming over here. We're forming the cup and handle formation, and this thing wants to absolutely rip. It wants to go. Now, here is the crazy thing. By the way, here's the crazy thing. The market is absolutely ripping today. It's absolutely ripping, and ADN is kind of like, you know, stuck in neutral, right? You know, when the is the stream on or not? There we go. Listen, and when when the market is hot, when the market is hot, I don't know, the ADN when the market is crashing, ADN is going up. It's kind of an interesting stock. Anyway, look, this thing is ready to absolutely explode. This is absolutely ready to explode. I think next week we're going to see this thing go to $12, $15 next week. Now, let me show you something crazy. We got a blank screen. That's crazy. Okay, hang on a second. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we got a beautiful, beautiful. I mean, the ADN chart is one of the most explosive charts out there. One of the most explosive charts out there right now. I mean, it's what I call a high probability setup. It's explained in the book, 10-bagger blueprint. High probability setup. Let me show you something, guys. Let me go back to the TikTok people. Let me show them this golden cross, what we're looking at. Okay, you see that? We got a golden cross. That's a 4-hour chart. Okay, this is extremely, extremely bullish. Every time we get this signal over here, this thing absolutely explodes. Okay, it absolutely explodes. Now, sometimes there's a delay. Sometimes there's a delay. It might be delayed by 15 minutes, an hour, or 2 hours. The markets have a mind of their own. Look, it's one of the things I explain in the book, 10-bagger blueprint. Look, you gotta stay humble because the markets are there basically to humiliate you. That's the market's job, is to keep you humble. Okay. Somebody's saying Seattle is running. Let's take a look. By the way, a lot of stocks are up today because the market is taking off. The market's going bananas. Oh, by the way, Seattle. We got any Seattle people here? We got any Seattle fans on TikTok? I got good news for you. Seattle's about to have a breakout on the 4-hour charts. Take a look at this. We're talking about Seattle. Hang on a second. We got Seattle breakout on the 200 moving average. Again, we dipped below. That's a major, major support line. And we're breaking out above. Now, let's take a look. I haven't looked at Seattle in quite a while. Technically, our contract is up, but I like the people. We might do more stuff once they close. We can't do much until they close the merger, basically. So, we got an inverse head and shoulders, guys. Seattle is ready to rip. Now, we got a breakout above the 50 and the 200 moving average. This is your daily chart. Okay, we're looking at that. We got an inverse head and shoulders bottom. Hang on a second. Let's see what else we got. We got short-term action here. There we go. We got confirmation short-term. Hang on a second. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let our penny stock billionaire people know. This is, by the way, our private channel. This is a private channel, private Telegram channel where we have trading signals through. Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is the public channel. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Here's the private channel. Private channel for the penny stock billionaire gangs. Okay, I got to leave them a message. This is what I'm going to do. Okay. All right, penny stock billionaires. Seattle is breaking out. We got to break it on the 4-hour charts. The 1-hour charts, things looking good. We're doing the live stream right now, right here on TikTok, as you can see. And on YouTube, check it out. But Seattle, if you guys are following Seattle, it is on the move. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's go back. Okay, let's go to our main stock. Our main stock, of course, is ADN. All right, guys. Next week, the banger is launching. Are you ready? Who's ready for the new banger? Who is ready for the new banger that's going to the moon? Now, why do I think it's going to the moon? Oh, yeah, ADN. Look, what people don't realize, what they're just starting to realize, what the market has not realized with ADN, here's why this thing could run so much. Why could ADN run so much? Because they have the solution to the possibly $100 billion market. Look at these stocks like Joby Aviation. It's an eVTOL, the air taxi company, trading at a $15 billion valuation, I believe. You got Archer, which is trading at a $5 billion valuation. And guess what? They're that thing that they're doing with the batteries. That's nonsense. Check out the video we have. Check out the video that we have with hang on a second. Maybe I should play. Check out the video we have. Hang on a second. Check out the video we have with the CEO of the chief technology officer of ADN, talking about He's discussing why they're the solution for air taxis. Hang on, I'm going to play it for you guys. I'm going to play it for you because I know you guys are lazy. You don't want to. You don't want to. You don't want to go on what do you call it? You don't want to take time to go to YouTube. I'm going to play it for you right now, so you understand how big of a deal we're talking about. How big of a deal we're talking about, guys. You want to see how big of a deal we're talking about? How big of a deal are we talking about? Hang on a second. Okay. Let me show you something. Okay, you guys think this is this stock is cheap. We're trading at a $10 million valuation. This thing could be a $100 million company. Okay, let me play this for you so you understand this is the real deal. By the way, look, I get it. Look, I'm just a clown here. I'm just a clown here to amuse you. But these guys are the real deal. Okay, I just know charts. I don't know anything about this technology. Like, I'm an idiot. Okay, these guys know. So listen to what these guys have to say. All right, TikTok, check it out. Here's what it means.
For the future, like eVTOLs, which we really like. This is these electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles, right? A lot of people are talking about air taxis, and so let me go through like one example of how our technology would impact that. First, and I'll show you. But compared to just a battery air taxi, using an advent fuel cell and a liquid fuel, you can fly a lot longer. You can refill it just like filling your gas tank. Just imagine you want to take an air taxi from San Francisco down to Palo Alto. If you were to look at the example of an air taxi battery, just battery powered, right? One trip, you'd only be able to carry 2 people. And then once you're done with that trip, it would take 3 hours to recharge that.
Do you guys understand that? Do you guys understand that? Do you understand that's the game changer for these eVTOLs? Like, we're talking about Joby, Archer, all these companies, which, by the way, is going to be a huge thing. Drones, robots, drones. Okay, we're talking about stuff that's basically, okay, you guys are spoiled. You guys are living in the first world. What about the developing world? What about India? What about Africa? What about South America? By the way, India, you got 1.5 billion people. That's the country of the future, India, okay? And they don't have electricity there. I mean, they have electricity, a little bit of electricity. Okay, but you understand what I'm saying, right? You can't rely on the electric grid. What you need is hydrogen fuel cells, because now you can recharge the planes. Here is the takeaway. Time is money. Time is money. Time is money, okay? What this means, here is the takeaway. If you're running a Joby or an Archer, which are $20 billion valuation, these companies right now, $20 billion valuation, and the whole premise is, okay, we're going to charge these, little drones we're going to put people into, and fly them with batteries. The thing is that the batteries last very little, and you got to recharge them. It takes a long time to recharge them. What if you don't have access? What if you don't have access to the grid or whatever it is? Okay, you need this hydrogen fuel cell. The hydrogen fuel cells, you can get 3 times more trips. Time is money. You can basically do much more business. You can do 3 times the business if you're an Archer or a Joby. That's the deal. Okay, you understand that? Okay. Let's go back to what he has to say, because I think he's much more intelligent than I am. Let's see what he's got to say. Let's go back to this. Let's check it out. Let's check it out, guys. Hang on a second. Let's check it out. Flip mode. Okay.
But now, if you had that same taxi powered by an advent fuel cell and methanol fuel as our hydrogen carrier, right? We could carry 3 trips, 4 passengers, and only 10 minutes you can refill that.
10 minutes versus 3 hours. Okay, you get it?
So just on this back of the envelope calculation alone, you can actually imagine making a business out of an eVTOL.
Okay, you get the point. Anyway, look, this is a big deal. Hang on a second. Let me turn off the video here. Hang on a second. By the way, check out our videos. The whole thing, guys, if you really want to understand how these companies work, you want to get the real fundamentals, you got to watch the CEO interviews, okay? Because that's where you're going to get the insider information. Look, our channel, everything here, the whole book, the book I wrote is to give you an edge. I'm here to give you guys an edge. You're not going to make money unless you have an edge. You're doing something different than all the other investors. You got to get an edge if you want to make money in the market, okay? And we're talking about insider information legally. That's right, legal insider information. How do we do it? The CEO interviews. Watch what these guys talk about. Watch how they answer questions. What's the inflection? How do they, there's a whole science to this. I mean, some people can figure out better than others, but that's your edge, guys. That is your edge. Here we go. C plus, thank you. And we learn a lot from the audience. And because listen, a lot of you guys are watching these stocks, you're giving us the alerts. I can't follow all of them. ADN. Oh, that's right. We got the validation coming up. So there's multiple catalysts. Here's the thing. One of the things, what do we look for our 10 bagger stocks? Multiple catalysts, multiple shots on goal. What's going to move ADN? What's going to move ADN? The catalyst. It's the news flow in terms of, okay, they got to deal with this company. That company's got the plane going. That's what's going to move the stock. It's those things. Somebody's talking about lottery. We haven't worked with lottery in a month. Why are you talking about lottery? Atypical. Do I feel bad about lottery? I feel bad that the stock is down and the CEO didn't pay us like he was supposed to pay you. He didn't fulfill his commitments. Okay, and he was busy like spending money. I don't know, doing who knows what. Anyway, look, the stock I think at some point is going to bounce. I think maybe when it gets to 35 cents, we may have another bite at the apple with lottery, or SEG as they call themselves now. We're on to new things, guys. Listen, this is not. Let's be very candid here. Okay, this channel is paid promotions, paid stock promotion. Okay, we look for, but here's the difference: we only take on companies which have a 10-bagger upside potential. It's got to be a 10-bagger potential. I don't deal with I could be taking on 50 companies. We could have literally 50 clients if we just had random whatever. We're not doing that. We're only taking on companies that have the right setup to be 10 baggers. And if you've noticed, how is it working? Is it working? Well, every one of our stocks has basically doubled on day one. 5 back-to-back bangers. And how many 10 baggers have we had? 5. I don't count success as a double. There we go. Keith has had a 3x. How do you use that 3x? ADTX is only up 85%. Okay. Next week. Okay, let me tell you something. Next week, banger next week. Let me tell you why the banger next week is going to be huge. I'm going to give you guys a hint. I'm not going to tell you too much about the company. What I can tell you is this. It's the DNA. It's the DNA, okay? The DNA. This stock, first of all, the stock it's got all the stuff we're looking for. It's got all the stuff we're looking for and more and more. I'm not going to tell you the more part because that's like the extra rocket. We're talking about extra rocket fuel. We're talking about a SpaceX and Elon Musk rocket on top of a rocket. That's how big this could be. Okay, what makes it even more powerful is that this stock, right, here's the problem I have with it right now, is the fact it's actually, the charts already, it's broken out a little bit. It's already starting to move a little bit. It's up a little bit already. Like, not, it's not crazy, but it's up a little. In other words, this thing has eyes on it. It's had big runs in the past, which is good because if the stock has had a big run in the past, had massive spikes. For example, like lottery. Lottery has had mega spikes in the past. It had doubles or triples or whatever. This stock is had that, but it's a special situation because I can't give you too much. It's a very unique situation, which could be, I think we could see a triple on next week when we launch, Monday or Tuesday. So you guys better be paying attention on TikTok. If you guys are freeloaders, you don't want to invest the $200 to get the early alerts. You don't want to invest that's fine. I don't care. We need people to buy at higher prices. That's okay. We need people to buy at higher prices. And by the way, even if you buy the stock when it doubles, you're getting in still cheap. Okay, this thing has legs for days. This thing has legs for days. Oh shit. Oh, Keith is talking about our past winners. Okay, Keith. Oh, look at this. Yeah, guys, by the way, check this out. Check this out. We got an OG in the house here. I forgot. Keith is one of our that's what the kids say. That's what the kids call it, the OGs, right? That's right. This guy's has tripled his money. Oh shit, he's tripled his Cloud MD. Listen, Cloud MD. I don't even count Cloud MD as one of our winners. You know why? Because Cloud MD, Keith, I think Cloud MD only went up like 500%. Cloud MD was only like a 5-bagger. Cloud MD was only a 5-bagger. Oh, Tetra. Oh shit, this guy goes back way back. Tetra Tetra also tripled. By the way, Tetra, that's right, Tetra. That's another one of our stocks that was a banger. But we're not even talking about all the mega winners, which is funny. Which is funny because those stocks actually were kind of failures. I mean, they kind of flamed. Listen, the reality is they all flamed out later. Okay, but first they went up 1,000%. I mean, the winners. Hang on. So let me see if I can show you. Let me see if I can show you. I got to show the audience because they don't know. We got new people. They don't know what's going on. They don't know anything. Hang on a second. I'm going to show them something. Hang on a second. I'm going to show you some slides. Hang on a second. I want to show you guys some slides. Book, video, core, PDF. Let's see if we can show you guys some slides here. You want to see, because there's a lot of people on TikTok that don't believe. Oh, CBDT. Oh shit, that's right. CBDT was a 5,000%er. Keith, listen, do me a favor. Look, Keith, you've made money with our stocks. Can you do me just one favor? We need some we need some video testimonials because we're selling the course. We're doing all this stuff. We need, and you got to have these testimonials because otherwise people don't believe you. Like this is why we got to put up all this stuff because otherwise, listen, all these marketing guys, half these guys are using fake testimonials. We have real testimonials, but we don't even ask for them. So, but Keith, if you can give me that, I appreciate it. You have my email, please. But here we go. Let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. I just want to show something to the new people to show them exactly what we're talking about. These are some of our stocks that this is exactly what we're doing here. Okay, we're not here for nickel and dime nonsense. We're here for stocks that could increase 10x, like Cytodyne. It went from, 70 cents to 50. I forgot what the number is. It was 70 to, basically it was a 20 bagger. It was a 20 bagger from 50 cents to $10. 50 cents to $10. Visby. Anybody remember Visby? Keith, how about Visby? Did you get in Visby? That CEO was a deadbeat, but it still went up 1,000%. Anyway, we learned a lesson. We're much more careful with these CEOs now. But the stock went up. People made money. People made money with that stock. It went up 1,000%. Of course. How about Peak FinTech? People doubled. Not doubled. They went up 20x. People made 2,000%. Keith made 8x. Keith made 800%. What about CBDT? This is what he was talking about. CBDT. This stock went up 5,000%. It was a nickel. Everybody laughed when we launched at a nickel. It went 5,000%. It went up 5,000%. Okay. And this guy, listen, I'm not paying this guy. This is a real guy. I don't know. I've never met him. I don't know who it is. But Keith has been with us following our stuff for a long time. He's made a triple at a minimum, he's saying, right? A triple. I will be honest. Every stock I've been in was a 3x plus, no matter what. There we go. My best. Okay, so CBDT was an 8x. Only 8x. And this thing went up 50x. 50 bagger. Guys, this was a 50 bagger. NASDAQ, one of our favorites. We went back. We did NASDAQ a couple times. 1,300%. Fans United, 1,100%. Imagine AR, 7. From a nickel, I think it was a nickel, right? It was a nickel, 2 cents, 2 cents. It went to like 50 cents, 40, whatever the number was. It was 2 cents when we started. ESC Entertainment. By the way, immediately it went to the moon, like literally like day one, it went to the moon. Again, this is the book. Okay, so guys, let me show you something. We have testimonials. So these are people who have written in emails to me, unsolicited. I didn't ask them. So we have one guy. This is a guy who bought a new Jaguar. He sent me this picture, and we have a guy saying, "Hey man, I just want to thank you for your killer picks. I turned 1,000 into over 60,000 in 3 months because of your WSR." This is what he said. This is from Discord. This is what he sent me. This is Shark Attack Zach. Shark Attack Zach turned $1,000 into $60,000. Okay, and these are, by the way, these are our existing people. These are people who are in our WAP right now. These are current people who just these are the guys who are paying the $200 a month to get the early access. And I think this is Adam. I think this is the guy here. This is this guy. This is this guy here. This is him. This is him. This is him right here. Okay, this is this guy. It's this guy. This guy right here. There we go. Arnold Schwarzenegger right there. He made 80 grand. He made 80 grand. Thanks for making me 80 grand. Well, actually, he made it. He just, listen, I'm not making you the money. You're making the money. We're introducing the stocks. It's you take the credit when you make this guy's making 80 grand a month over here. This guy, Money Works, is making 80 grand a month. We have this guy's making, he made 70 grand. Ethan or Ness made 70 grand. Okay, these are real people. And hang on a second, who else do we have? Oh, this guy bought a house. The guy from Canada. We get a lot of Canadians. This guy, thank you for my new house. So this guy bought a house. Again, this is basically a life-changing. He's like amazing experience, life-changing. Yeah, $2 grand. Yeah, if you can turn $2,000 into $1 million, I think it would be life-changing. No, life-changing. But yeah, we got this guy, Hammy. We got all these guys. No smoke and mirrors. Your CEO interviews do a great job finding what shareholders interest. Exactly. There you go. Life-changing. This guy made $2.5 million. 2.5 with CBDT. He bought. He's got a whole story. This is what he's right. Whole long story. Anyway, look. Here's the thing, guys. Bottom line is. Yeah. Bottom line is this. Bottom line is our channel is here to make you rich, guys. If you want to get in early, to our new stocks, the new bangers. You want to learn how we make these stocks go to the moon. Do you want to learn the insider secrets of how we make these stocks go to the moon? Click the link in the bio above. If you're watching on TikTok, the link in the bio, it's on WHOP, W-H-O-P. For $49, you get access to the video course and the private Discord just for 10 bagger blueprint. Just tells you about the course. It's education. Now, if you want to make money in terms of you want to get the early alerts, that's $200 a month. Why do we charge $200 a month? Because I don't want to have 1 million people in it. We should be charging more. I don't want to charge too much. We're going to limit it to a limited amount of people. We can't have too many people. Otherwise, it's not going to work. We're going to actually cut it off at some point. Oh, shit, this guy's Canadian also. That's crazy. We got so many Canadians here. By the way, the Canadian regulator, the Canadian regulators are actually trying to ban us. The Canada Scam Exchange, aka the CSC, Mark Faulkner, the scammer. This guy's actually getting sued by his own in-house. Well, that's a whole another story. I don't want to get into the whole Canadian thing. Anyway, everybody knows the whole thing there. It's the whole, these regulators, the bureaucrats. Remember those truckers? Remember the whole thing with the truckers? These are the guys who are basically, these are the types of guys, the bureaucrats in Canada. These are the types of guys that basically, try to take away, the people's children. Those trucker protests, they try to take away their children and close down their bank accounts. That's the mentality. That's the Justin Trudeau type of mentality. That's the CSC for you, by the way, which is a totally corrupt market. Okay, I don't want to get into the whole thing. Let's talk about okay, so here's the deal, guys. Here is the deal. You want to get in the new banger, you want to make those type of massive profits we just showed you, click the link above to get onto WAP if you're on TikTok. And if you're watching on YouTube or TikTok, excuse me, on what is it? X, Twitter. The link is in the video or whatever, the bio or the video description. It's on YouTube, the video description below. We got the link for the WAP program. Next week, the banger is on the platform. Okay, let's go back to ADN. Okay, you're here for ADN. You're not here to get a sales pitch. What's going on? So we got ADN right now on the 5-minute charts. We got a pennant formation. If you're watching on TikTok, I'm going to draw you the pennant. On YouTube, I can't quite show it, but let me show you guys how huge this pennant can be when it busts out. Boom, there's your pennant. Okay, pennants break out. You want to know how charts work? Get my book. I have a whole chapter. Or get the video course. We'll tell you how the charts work. Okay, and when is this going to bust out? Any second. It'll probably be Monday or something like that. Because it's already late in the day. We got 12 minutes. What about 50-minute charts? Wow, what a beautiful chart. This is a chart you got to see. Again, we got a pennant formation, but look at this. This is very powerful. We broke out above the 50 moving average, but look what we're doing. Over here, okay? We've been bouncing off that support level, that 50 moving average. That's a powerful trend. Look what happens every time we touch it. It bounces off. Look at that. Actually, guys, it's funny. I didn't quite realize it. We touch the support, maybe break through a little, and then boom, again, boom. It's like every time you touch the support, boom. It's kind of like a fake out almost. And look how much time we've been spending here. So I think the next move is going to be absolutely explosive. It's going to be absolutely explosive. Absolutely explosive. So explosive, the screen went blank. Here we go. Look at that. I mean, this is what we call a moon chart. Okay, it's a moon chart. Right? But here's the thing, the next level, by the way, again, this is something we always say, the next wave is where all the money is made. Okay, the next wave. It's just like all those charts you saw, all those stocks you saw that went up 10x, 20x, all those stocks that became 10 baggers, the big money was made. The big money was made wave 2, not wave 1. The wave 1, people tripled their money, they doubled their money, maybe made 500%. The big money was made second wave after a consolidation breakout. Somebody's C plus talk about Ciata. Ciata. Let's see. SYTA. Ciata. Look at this. 296. We're ready to break out on the 1 hour charts, guys. What C plus? Thank you for bringing it up. We were ready to bust out on the 50 moving average. Algo trigger. We got Steven here. Hang on a second. By the way, hang on a second. Yeah, we got. Hang on a second, guys. Yeah, Ciata. We got a lot of Ciata people. Okay, guys. You know what? I'll tell you what. Since we got so many Ciata people watching on the TikTok, here's the chart. Okay. Oh, boom. It's a 5 minute. We got a golden cross 5 minute charts. Golden cross 5 minute charts. When did that happen? It happened today. It happened just a little bit ago, right? I've not been watching it. I haven't been watching. We get a golden cross in Ciata. That's very powerful. Next, we're looking for a breakout above 305. 305, guys. 305. If we bust out of that. By the way, this is an inverse head and shoulders. If you're holding Ciata, this thing is ready to bust out. Okay, and now normally due to Canadian regulations, technically this is a Canadian company. Technically I would have to say, oh yeah, this is they say, issuer sponsored content or something. No, what do they make me say? Some bullshit. Anyway, everybody knows, but here's the deal. They're not technically a client, so I mean, whatever. We don't have to say anything. If the BCSC watching, if the BCSC is watching, BCSC, this is for you. Anyway, this thing is ready to absolutely explode. $3, 305. We got multiple algo triggers. Multiple algo triggers on Ciata. How about the 4 hour charts? We got holy shit. Guys, this is a volcano breakout. We got a volcano breakout on Ciata. Hang on a second. I got hang on. Oh, hang on. I gotta notify our penny stock billionaire people. Hang on a second, guys. Hang on a second. I can't even though they're not technically a client anymore. They might come back at some point. Who knows? But hang on. We got to do. I want our people to make some money here. We got to have the people making money. Okay, so I'm sending out a thing to our penny stock billionaire gang. Hang on a second. SYTA. 7 minutes to go. All right, penny stock billionaires, Ciata. Take a look at that chart. Beautiful chart. That's the 4 hour chart. We got multiple algos. We got multiple algos lining up on Ciata, ready to explode. Okay, multiple algos. This thing could be $5 next week. Literally, no joke. Ciata could be $5 next week. Multiple algos are lining up. And 310 is a breakout level. Watch 310. That's the algo trigger. 310, 305 really, but 305 algo trigger for Ciata. All right, there we go. There we go. Guys, you see that? I got no news on the merger. I don't know anything what's going on. Look, these things take time. The mergers take time, and that's the deal. So I got no news, but the merger is the thing that's the ultimate catalyst. that's what we're all waiting for. That's what we're waiting for. This thing can't, but here's the thing. But these stocks, I got a whole chapter on this. I got a whole video. That's why you got to get my course. Guys, click the link to get the video course, 10-bagger blueprint. I explain. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. What does it mean? The market knows in advance. The market discounts in advance exactly what's going to happen. The market knows well in advance, okay? The market knows, and that's where the charts start moving. So if the chart is moving, that could be a sign that I'm trying to get the free newsletter going. Okay, guys, get my free newsletter. If you're watching on TikTok, free newsletter. Click the link in the right next to the comment button to get my free newsletter. That's a free newsletter that goes out. Click that button. Or if you're watching on YouTube also, go to 10-bagger blueprint. Anyway, bottom line is we got 6 minutes to go. The market is a discounting mechanism. So the charts tell you the future in advance. They tell you what's going to happen in advance. Okay, so you got to buy the rumor and you sell before the thing comes out. I would sell before the merger. Because why? Because the stock, after they announce the merger, it'll probably go down. It'll probably go before it or right there, and it'll probably drop right after they close the merger. It's just the way the markets are. Nothing to do with the company. It's just the way the markets work. Same thing with any of these stocks, ADN, anything. The market, you buy the rumor, you sell the news. You got to buy when nobody believes it. So Seattle looking really, really good, guys. Okay. Now let's go back to paying customers. Okay. So we got to pay the bills here today. We got to pay the bills. Okay. ADN is just going to leave you guys hanging today. The big move is next week. The big move ADN is next week. And you know what? The more time it spends in this range, the more powerful the breakout is going to be. The more powerful the break. Holy shit! That 15-minute chart looks. It's perfection. It is absolute perfection. The 15-minute chart on ADN is one of the sexiest charts I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the ADN chart is like. I'm trying to think. Sydney Sweeney, is she considered hot? I don't know if she's hot. I mean, she's kind of average, I think. I was going to say, again, I'm showing my age. I was going to say, like, Cindy Crawford. I'm trying to think who's considered, like, hot. Like, Cindy Crawford was, I'm like, whoever's hot today. I mean, like, I don't, not the Sydney Sweeney thing is big, but this thing is better than Sydney Sweeney's jeans, okay? Much better than Sydney Sweeney. Okay, this thing is ready to absolutely go to the moon. Okay, you have a cup and handle. You have cup and handle pennant. You got bound. Everything is lining up. Everything is lining up. Nathan is saying, Nathan, $9. Nathan is saying ADN will be $9. I think, Nathan, you also said it might be Friday $9, didn't you? I also did. But yeah, we could go there. I think it's gonna be $9 next week. ADN, I believe, could hit $15 next week. Okay, and of course we got our new banger. The banger is gonna be banging next week. The banger next week. Be prepared. Be prepared next week. Monday or Tuesday. Oh, he said Friday of next week. He's saying it's going to be $9. Okay. It could, here's what could happen. Nathan, what could happen is ADN breaks out, goes to like 12 or $15, and then it pulls back, which is, very typical. It pulls back to $9, builds a base, and then breaks out again to $25. How about that? How about them apples? Patience is your friend. Exactly, Tome. Patience is your friend. All right, who's being patient for next week's banger launch? We're going to be launching Monday or Tuesday. Again, click the link if you want to join the WAP channel. Again, this stock will probably triple. It will probably triple when we launch it within like an hour or 2 hours. Why do I say that? Because statistically speaking, our last 5 deals, our last 5 have all basically doubled or more for day one. So what that means is if the last 5 deals have doubled on day one, statistically speaking, I mean, does anybody here know statistics? Any of you guys follow, numbers? I mean, statistics. It's like, okay, it's got to be the for sure thing. It's like it doesn't get better than that. And by the way, with everything that stock has going for it, John Cleaver, what stock? It's a secret. You want to know the secret? You got to join you got to be a premium member. Come on. I can't believe these people want free stuff. Unbelievable. What we have is we got a free newsletter if you click the link in the bio. Okay, so we got a minute to go. What's going on? ADN is not moving. Here we go. It's here we go. Okay, into the close, the launch. Okay, here we go. We got action, but it's gonna be timed out. It's running. It's gonna run out of time. 5:10. This thing is so primed. ADN is so prime. It's like super primed to explode Monday. I almost don't want to launch the new stock on Monday because I want to give ADN the proper attention. You know what I'm saying? I want to give ADN the proper attention it deserves. Here we go. Seattle, $3, closing at $3. $3. We got a $3 close in Seattle. Charts are looking really good, guys. I mean, ultra prime. Next week is going to be a banger week. Guys, next week is usually one of the quietest weeks because everybody takes off for, the last week of August. People go on vacation. Let me tell you something. You do not want to go on vacation. You do not. Adam, thank you. Adam reposting the stream. Guys, you do not want to go on vacation next week. Why? Because we're going to have so many back-to-back bangers. It's going to be insane. We're going to have it's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. We got next week, stocks to watch next week. ADN, obviously. Seattle, you see Seattle's ready to go. We got the new banger on the launch pad. We got the new banger. And by the way, HOF is probably going to start moving next week. HOF is probably going to start moving next week. I think the first week of September is really when it's going to move. I think they're holding on to a bunch of news. The HOF charts also look real good, by the way. I know we got a couple of HOF people in the audience. The HOF charts are super primed to explode. They're just looking for the catalyst. Look at that chart. Amazing chart. What do we got? How about ADTX? This ADTX has been a laggard. They haven't put out news. Okay, so they haven't put out news. It's kind of lagging. And I'm not going to push it unless they're doing their job. They got to do their job. Okay, they got to do their job first, which is news flow. By the way, the chart's actually looking good. 30-minute charts. We got a breakout on ADTX. But the thing is this though. They got to put out news, okay, because that's going to sustain it. It's not just, you can't have, you can't rely on just, some promoter saying it's going to the moon, okay? That's not enough. Unfortunately, look, the thing we do on this channel, okay, is we work with companies that have real news flow, that have real stuff, and we amplify it, okay? But first, we got to have the stuff. You got to deliver the goods. So we got to have news flow. ADTX has to have news flow, and then it'll explode. ADTX could be a 10 bagger stock easy. It could be a 10 bagger stock, but I'm not gonna expend energy on something that is not doing their part of the deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, their part of the deal is news flow. All right, sorry, I'm not here to spill whatever. I'm just frustrated is what it is with that. Anyway, okay, ADN actually is moving. By the way, guys, please do not trade any of these stocks after hours or pre-market, okay? Do not trade after hours or pre-market. Why? Because the markets are totally illiquid. It's all just, it's a fugazi, okay? The after hours pre-market is just a fugazi. Yeah, next week could be insane. It could be insane. ADN, partnership with Tatton. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Today? Do they have news today? I have no idea. Do they have news? I wouldn't even know. Let me see. No, they had news yesterday. 500,000 shares volume. Not bad. Not bad. Look at this. The markets went bananas. Markets were bananas. What did they say? What did like Bernanke say? Not Bernanke. What's his name? Powell. What did he say? That did he say like they're going to cut interest rates or something? I don't think they should, honestly. I don't think they should. The market looks like next week like it's ready to melt up. Very, very powerful chart pattern today. Very powerful chart pattern. I mean, let me show you something, guys. Look at this. Look at this chart pattern. You got here key reversal, upside reversal. You got basically here like inverse head and shoulders. You got it. It's kind of a sloppy one, but it is an inverse head and shoulders. Breakout above 15,200. Golden cross. We got a golden cross. That's NASDAQ. Okay. So NASDAQ is ready to, absolutely go crazy. I mean, NASDAQ could, go absolutely insane. It go absolutely insane. All right, guys, bottom line is this, okay? We got a super prime. Next week is super prime to make money. Next week is the money-making week. I mean, next week you might be able to make like literally generational wealth next week. You might be able to make I'm slightly exaggerating, but maybe I'm not. I mean, you might be able to. Next week, look, one of the things I do talk about in my book, 10-Bagger Blueprint, is one of the 10 factors. Again, all our stocks, they got to check off a list of 10 factors to be 10 baggers. And one of them is the current market cycle and the theme. In other words, where is the market? Because that's always that's always a tailwind. If the market is going crazy, that is a tailwind pushing our stocks. It really helps. Also, if it's a hot theme. By the way, the stock that's coming on next week is part of a hot theme. It's actually part of one of the hottest themes in the market. I'm not talking about AI, by the way. It could be even bigger. All right. And so we got next week, the stars are aligned. The stars are aligned for a super launch. The stars are aligned for super launch. Old Boost is saying, if you believe this old man, you're going to lose money. What is he saying? Pumper? Oh, this guy's funny. This is so funny. I guess Old Boost did not see the whole list of all the 10 baggers we just showed. All the let's just do it again. Let's just do it just for fun. Just for funsies. For funsies, as the kids say. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, let's just show this. Let's just show this here. Hang on a second. By the way, we got the new banger launch, you guys. If you want to get, I'm gonna give a plug here. We're gonna give a plug for this guy, for Old Boost. He's my best salesman today. So Old Boost, here's the deal. Old Boost, you want to get in early next week? We're gonna launch a new banger. You can double or even triple your money. You want in? Click the link in the bio above to get on a private WAP. What kind of money can you make? Let me show you what kind of money you can make, and let me show you how much investors just like you are making. We'll take a look at this, Old Boost. One of our bangers was Cytodyne. How about Visibility Group? Up 1,000%. These are all bangers, by the way. I only have here the stocks that went up literally. They have to be at least 10x or more. By the way, one of our people saying always this guy who's been following our stuff, he's made a minimum of 300% with all our stuff. PKK, 20 bagger, 2,000%. CBT, 5,000. By the way, these are all 6-month gains. These are not like 5 years. This is 4 months. This is a period of 4 months it happened, okay? This is a period of also 6 months, 1,300%, 1,100% in 6 months, 1,700% in 6 months, 1,200% 6 months. The book, you want the book? We got the video course, a link in the bio to get the video course. So this guy turned $1,000 into $60,000. This is a guy in our Discord channel. Can you see? It's not going in. It's not zooming in. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, this guy bought a Jaguar. These are all Canadians, by the way. By the way, these guys are all Canadians. Imagine if they're Americans, they could have made 10 times as much, because this is Canadian dollars, right? These are, by the way, these are current members in our WAP. These are current members in the WAP who are all making, actually, ironically, 80 grand. Hang on a second. Why is this not zooming in? Can you see it? I don't know if you could see it. I don't know. You can't. Anyway, these guys are all making 80 grand for whatever reason. They're all, okay, this guy turned 2,000 to $1 million. Life changing. He bought a house in Florida to get away from Canada, from Montreal when it's cold. Life changing. Life changing. That's exactly what we have here. Everything here, what we do, guys, is we bring you stocks that are life changing potentially. Do I have anything for day traders with 20x leverage? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I don't do that crazy stuff. No 20x leverage. No 20x leverage. When is the new stock? JP, great question. The new stock is next week. If you're on our WAP channel, okay, you're in a private Telegram group, you're going to know. You're going to be in at the ground floor. You're going to be in at the ground floor before this thing goes to the moon. Okay? It's going to go to the moon. You got to get in early. So how do we do it? How do we do it? Click the link in the bio to get in. Link in the bio to get into our private WAP channel. Big money here. That's right. Listen, look, our channel. This is for people who want to put in real money into these stocks. We got people talking about Seattle. JP is in the private group. Okay, wait, are you in the Penny Stock Billionaire Gang Telegram or the Wall Street Report Telegram? We got two. If you're in the Penny Stock Billionaire Gang, by the way, I don't know what your username, because I don't know what's showing up at TikTok. But if you're in our Penny Stock Billionaire Gang, then you are getting the early. Oh, he's on WAP. Okay, JP, why are you asking? You know, we told you guys on WAP already that to be ready. Well, I'm not going to tell you exactly, but you look at the messages. You guys are ready. Check out the messages on WAP and on Telegram. We got a bunch of messages today. Everybody's ready for next week. Next week, everybody's ready. Everybody's ready. We got, it's funny here. It's funny here. Ali Boost, my number one salesman. There we go. We got Adam. Oh, this guy now he's from YouTube. He's on YouTube. He's on TikTok. I don't know, where's this guy. The new stock free bets next week. Free bets next week. Next week is the rocket is launching next week. All right. That's it. Guys, that's it. TikTok, we'll see you next week. Last chance is click the link in the bio to get James, are you in WAP? If you're in WAP, you're getting the notifications, okay, on Telegram. Okay, so when you join, you get a message saying, here is how you set up the Telegram. You got to set up the Telegram, okay? Make sure, because that's where we do it all day long. We got the Telegram going all day long. Again, guys, if you are on WAP, make sure you connect to Telegram. It's a very easy. You click a button. It's very easy. It tells you how to do it, but you got to do the thing. Okay, there we go. It's on WAP. Okay. There we go. What do I mean? Last chance to get in? Penny stock trends. When is the next stock dropping? Next week. You gotta get in our WAP. You gotta invest $200 to get to know. Okay, it's going to be worth it because I mean, listen, here it's very simple. It's very simple. I mean, again, I'm not here to sell it, but it's very simple. You invest $200 for a monthly membership, and what that does is it gives you access to the information that can make you 20 times that money. In other words, if you're playing with $5,000, okay, if you're playing with 10 grand, I'm just using small numbers because most of our guys are playing with 100 grand a pop or more, right? But if you're throwing 5 grand into 10 grand into an idea, you're going to get an extra 50% edge roughly because you're going to get in earlier than everybody else by at least 50%. So what that means is if you're throwing, let's say 5 grand and then the stock doubles, you're going to make an extra $2,500 you wouldn't otherwise, right? You do that twice a month because we're going to have 2 bangers a month. We already have bangers lined up for September. So we got stuff lined up for September now. We got the launch pad. We got rockets getting ready to launch for September. So basically, you do that twice a month. You're making $5,000 that you wouldn't otherwise. It's only a $200 investment. It's only $195 investment. Does that make sense? I mean, I know for some people, are going to say, well, why should I pay for anything? Some people just don't believe in paying for anything, and that's cool. I don't care. I don't care what you do, because here's the thing: we don't want to have too many people in this group. Why? Because then it's going to be less effective. We can't have 1,000 people in it. It's not going to be effective at that point. We may have to close it at like 100 or whatever it is, and we're halfway there. We don't have that many people in it, by the way. We only have a limited number of people. Canadian Penny Stock Hunter. We look forward to having you in the channel, in the WAP, the track record. Yeah, listen, I think the only person on these channels, on TikTok or YouTube, frankly, again, and this is crazy. Okay, listen, I think on TikTok, there are so many scammers on TikTok and YouTube. Everybody's like an expert. Everybody's a guru, coach, all that stuff. These guys are doing it for a few months. They got a couple of, listen, we have consistent track. And here's what you're getting here. What you're getting here is you're getting literally insider information legally. Why is it? Because any of these fake trading gurus or trading coach channels or whatever it is out there, they're trading with public information. Okay, they see what everybody else sees. They don't have an edge. They got no edge. Okay, you got to have the edge. Haven't you guys seen that movie Wall Street, with Gordon Gekko? Either you're on the inside or you're on the outside. You understand? You got to know about Blue Horseshoe loving Anacott Steel. What are they called? JetBlue, not JetBlue. Blue Star Airlines. Blue Star. You got to know what's going on with Blue Star Airlines. Except here we do it legally. 100% legal. The deal is this. What's our edge? Our edge is this. We look for those stocks. Here's the edge. The edge is we look for stocks which have potential to be 10 baggers. They get all the fundamentals. They go all the chart action. But the crucial differentiator is we're going to get those stocks, that story, in front of millions of eyeballs over a period of a month or 2 months. So now all of a sudden there's going to be massive demand for that stock because, again, we're going to, people are going to discover it. And what happens is, hey, do I need to explain this to you? The more demand and supply, it's almost like, the difference is, it's like nobody knows about it and everybody knows about it. When everybody knows about it, poof, everybody rushes in. Everybody, boom, they rush in and buy. Nothing has changed fundamentally. I mean, the story was great before, it's great now. The difference is now there's a liquid market. So, and we know that that's going to happen. How do we know? Because that's our job. We've been hired to do it for a 6-month period, and we've had a consistent track record of success. We have literally 100% success rate. Literally, I mean that literally 100% success rate. Can I pay $100K just to learn from you? Wow. Contact me. No. We don't do private coaching. We're not doing private coaching. We don't do any of that stuff. But for $100,000, I might be, I might be tempted. No, we're not. Listen, everything you want, honestly, everything you need to know is in the WAP channel. You can get the 10-bagger blueprint, the video course. Everything I know is right there. Everything I've learned in 30 plus years is right there on what do you call it? In the WAP 10-bagger blueprint video course. This book is available as a video course on the WAP channel. Click the link in the video description below for you're on YouTube, or in the bio if you're watching on TikTok. That's where you got the video course, and everything is going to be there. Everything is going to be there. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. So that's it. Oh, he's got the book. Okay, he's got the book. He's got the book. Free bets plug. There it is. This guy's got the book. And for anybody who's a doubter, and we got a lot of doubters and haters. I don't know what it is. Here's the thing. I mean, it's like some people, I think, listen, I think it's almost like, I think it's kind of like, the really good con artists, the really good fraudsters, they look honest. They look like Boy Scouts. They look like they're Eagle Scouts. They look, they got that, but they're fraudsters. I'm the reverse. I kind of look a little bit sketchy. I know I've heard this from girls all my life. I've heard this all my life. Oh, I thought you were kind of sleazy when I first met you. But you turn out to be charming. Sleazy but charming is the word they use. It's hard. It really is. I mean, I wish I looked sincere. I just come across that way. It's a thing. It's not. But listen. Don't judge a book by its cover. I know I look a little bit sleazy. I look like a car salesman, but the reality is it's 100% legit. It's 100% legit. It is what it is, but that's the advantage for you. That's your opportunity because it very few people follow it. So you can get in early. That's your advantage to get this information. There we go. Look at this. Wow, what a testimonial. I gotta get a video testimonial from him. Can you send me a video testimonial? We gotta have these things as video testimonials. Out of everyone doing this, Jack is the only guy who's honest. Wow, look at this. This is coming from a Canadian penny stock hunter. You know what you should do? You should contact my friends at the OSC, the Ontario Securities Commission, the BCSC. Let them know this, because those guys they're out of control. They're like, first of all, they're all on a the Canadian bureaucrats at these, agencies, they're all incompetent. They really have no qualifications. They don't have even any basic information about stocks. But they get this job and they become like prison guards. They want a power. Or call this guy Mark Faulkner at the CSC at the CSC. Mark Faulkner, the fraudster or Tom Caldwell, the chairman of the CSE. By the way, Tom Caldwell, fun fact, Tom Caldwell, chairman of the Canadian Securities Exchange, just like the Canada Stock Exchange, they're the penny stock. The chairman, Tom Caldwell, has been fined millions of dollars by the OSC, fined millions of dollars for basically ripping off his investors. How did he do it? He runs a money management business, but instead of sending the order flow to basically, look, bottom line is, this guy was stealing money from his own investors. Tom Caldwell, the chairman of the Canadian Securities Exchange. It's kind of like being the chairman of NASDAQ and stealing from your own clients. Coincidence. You know who the chairman of NASDAQ was? Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff was the chairman of NASDAQ. But guess what? Bernie Madoff didn't have any regulatory problems up until, the last minute, when he did the Ponzi. He had no real issues. But Tom Caldwell was fined millions of dollars for stealing from his investors. Basically, you Google it. Google Tom Caldwell lawsuits from OSC. Tom Caldwell regulatory actions. Caldwell Securities. Tom Caldwell Canada. There's two Caldwells. There's another Caldwell who's a scammer in Texas. This guy's a scammer who's in Toronto. Anyway, so that guy was basically stealing. He was fined millions of dollars. And how come he's still? Here it gets better. So the guy is the chairman of the Canadian Securities Exchange, and you know where he's a director You know where Tom Caldwell is a director? Tom Caldwell is a director of BATS, which is the after hours trading, Blue Ocean ATS. You know, when you do the after hours orders, which go crazy and you get ripped off, Tom Caldwell is stealing your money. Him and also the CEO of the Canadian Exchange, which is Richard Carlton. He's also a director. Can you imagine? By the way, both of these guys have a terrible track record of committing fraud. Like literally, it's documented fraud. I don't know why they're not in jail. I really don't. But it's Canada. You know, it's like a crony system. It's a crony system in Canada. They have a crony system. You know, they all do each other favors. It's part of the thing, you know. Basically, these guys are directors of BATS, which is the after hours trading, Blue Ocean ATS. And actually, I'm going to be filing, and you guys should be writing letters to regular. I'm going to be actually filing a complaint with FINRA and the SEC to let them know that they need to actually remove Caldwell and this guy Carlton from the board of directors of Blue Ocean, because they're just not suitable. I mean, these guys are Canadian scammers. We can't have that cancer spreading in the U.S. markets. The corruption, and by the way, we're going to have a class action lawsuit thing we're going to be doing against the CSE. We're going to, you know, we can't have that cancer from these corrupt fraudsters spreading in the U.S. markets. And also, I think they're trying to take over an Australian exchange. Yeah, we can't have that. We can't have that. We got to stop these guys. Penny stock trends. Okay, there we go. Another. Thank you, Penny stock trends. We got. You know, guys, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? We got all these positive things. Can somebody send me some video testimonials that we could use in our WAP channel or whatever it is? Because otherwise, nobody trusts unless they see something, you know, or whatever, any kind. Everybody was trusting when the stocks were delayed or whatever. Yeah. No, we got a lot of haters. Okay. All right, that's it, guys. We're wrapping up. We'll see you next week. We got massive. Next week is going to be absolutely explosive. Absolutely explosive. We got ADN ready to moon. Seata, which is technically not a client, but still, you guys are in it. Seata's ready to explode. We got the moon stock. We got the moon stock next week, early next week, Monday or Tuesday, ready to explode. Penny stock. Okay, we got penny stock trends. Make it. You got. I appreciate that. I super appreciate it. We're going to have some action next week. It's going to be insane. Next week is going to be insane action. So again, if you want to get into our WAP channel for the trading signals, you want those trading signals throughout the day, you got to join. Click the link in the video description above. Okay. See you guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Next week is going to be insane. All right. TikTok. What do we get? Oh, look at this. I got some sort of award from TikTok. I got an award. I don't know what this means. We got an award from TikTok. What does this mean? Collect 2,000 diamonds. What does that mean? Where's my diamonds? It's a scam. I'm pushing the button. Nothing's happening. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, guys, that's it. See you next week.